I'm losing my mind right now. This card game, oh my god, sounds so fun. This looks so fun too. I want the collector's edition, but it's $50. Like, fuck. Depression sinks in.
Tired of walking anyway.
Friend, I need your help.
Is that a heroic... Come, let me get...
Exotic locales? No, that's all wrong.
Let me guess. You found one of those ridiculous handbills Reginus posted all over town. Gods, it's like we're holding auditions for children's theater. Please understand, this is a serious commitment. The University of Gwylem's most prestigious historical society. We scour the continent for lost antiquities, collecting and cataloging as we go. We've made hundreds of discoveries, thanks in no small part to our scrying tool, an invention of our university's founder, Chirain Fyre. It allows the wielder's mind to travel vast distances and find buried relics, truths lost to history. Gazing into the eye requires no small measure of talent. Admission to the circle begins easily enough. Just place your hand on the antiquarian's eye. If you possess the aptitude, you will attune to the eye immediately. If you don't possess the aptitude, the eye will reject you. Couldn't be simpler. We seek the truth above all else. Written histories rarely give an honest accounting of the past, so we go straight to the source. Relics, curios, even ancient bric-a-brac. Anything that can teach us more about the myriad... I assume you mean commercially valuable? Yes, you can keep any relics you recover and do with them what you will. The Circle's chief concern is cataloging the discoveries and learning what we can from them. Everyone benefits. It's a magnificent device, alien in origin. As I said before, our university's founder, Chirain Fyre, developed it along with countless... It homes in on objects of historical import, much like a bloodhound, without all the baying and drooling, of course. We still don't fully understand. We recovered several from a vault in Elenir. It seems Sage Fyre intended for the university's best and... Impressive. We rarely see such an energetic attunement.
Hope we find something interesting today.
Well, well, well. It seems I underestimated you. With a reaction like that, you may well rival Gabrielle, our most... In a hurry, are we? We'll teach you to use the eye in due course. First, do you vow to uphold the principles and traditions of the Circle, to catalog your discoveries for future generations and give a true accounting of Tamriel's history? An excellent decision. Mastering the eye is no small endeavor. But with Gabrielle's tutelage and my rigorous oversight, we may make a true scholar of you yet. Welcome to the Circle, Antiquarian. Now then, we should begin your education in earnest. I suggest you speak with Gabrielle Benelay. I can provide some scholarly advice, but when it comes to using the Antiquarian's eye itself, you'll find no better teacher than downstairs poring over more maps and tomes, no doubt. Honestly, the girl never stops working. I'd almost think she was trying to make the rest of us look bad if she wasn't so Speak with me again once Gabrielle's taught you the basics. I know I can come across as chilly, but truthfully, because I'm not a mage. Don't make a face. I never said I possess the aptitude. We all contribute to the Circle in our own way. Not just writing. Few can match my knowledge of ancient history, aside from those who lived through it all, like that insufferable dark elf Devaith Fear. You may find these relics, but it's incumbent upon me to tell you.
you. What a welcome surprise. By Mara, that business with Angoff feels like lifetimes ago. I'm glad to see you're still in good health. Wow, really? That's uncharacteristically gracious of her. Huh. Well, anyway, let's get started. It all begins with concentration. The eye wants to show you what you seek. It's the exciting part. Gaze into the eye and focus on the facets in the glass. Take a breath and try to unify the symbols into a single pattern. Eventually, you'll stop looking at the... Well done. Now fix your eyes on the center and the corners of the lens. Then turn your focus inward toward the facets in the glass. Concentrate, and the facets should merge. Unifying the lens into a single pattern will perfectly attune the eye, but you only need to reach the foci to gain a rough idea of the object's location. If you lose your focus, just try again. Looks like this is the spot. Time to excavate the antiquity. Remember to move cautiously. Use the right tool for the right level of excavation, and don't rush yourself. Even careful digging can result in an unsteady dig site, so be mindful of its stability.
Let's ride! I hope we find more than trouble here. Oh, hello! Can you come over here and help me? You look like a hardy soul, unconcerned with the prospect of death by trick, trap, or misadventure. How do you feel about helping a defenseless scholar from... Have you heard of Phaelivon the Magnificent? He was a famous Nibonese Minotaur hunter, but his final resting place was lost to time. After years of searching, I think I finally found the site of Phaelivon's mausoleum. I hope to recover proof that this is Phaelivon's tomb. His armor, helm, and sword would do nicely. But I didn't get far before I found the cavern overrun with goblins and minotaurs, and parts of it are flooded. No one in Leowyn realizes that Undertow Cavern is the final resting place of a great hero. Let me secure my belongings and I'll meet you inside. Time to grab the bull by the horns and wade right in. I found accounts of Phaelivon's burial in a shining mausoleum on a hill outside Leowyn. He was laid to rest with his arms and armor, relics of his many victories. This is the place, but goblins and... I suppose goblins aren't much of a surprise. They infest many caves in this region, although I had hoped I wouldn't run into any. The minotaurs I didn't expect. None have been seen so close to Leowyn in centuries. That's the very question I was wondering about. Wherever they came from, these minotaurs seem very hostile. Enraged, even. I've heard all kinds of fighting inside. I think they're angry at the goblins. Do minotaurs and goblins get along? That's because it was swallowed by the earth. One night, 700 years ago, people living nearby heard a terrible sound. When they came to look in the morning, they found that the whole mausoleum had fallen into the caves underneath. Because the caves beneath this hill were the site of Phaelivon's last and greatest battle. The mausoleum was a monument to his victory, as well as his tomb, until Undertow Cavern. Just the sort of place goblins love. Darksome, dank, and foul. His armor shone by the light of moons or sun. It's just too bad Minotaurs are enraged by shiny objects. I can just picture this sword cleaving savage minotaurs. A pity it's dull beyond use now. Joined the buoyant homages. Imagine how many times this helm saved the heroic Phalavon's head! Except that last time, obviously. The armor, helm, and sword are all badly damaged. Skeptics might say these could have belonged to anybody. We need to find Phalavon's Horn of Magnificence to settle the question for good. But where is the horn? Phalavon's Horn of Magnificence was his greatest treasure. My grandmother told me he made it from the horn of a Minotaur lord. It had a brass cap inscribed with an intricate design. When Phalavon blew it, echoes rang from the hills for 7 days. I am. Mostly. But yes, I have a personal stake in this. Phalavon is a distant ancestor. I grew up on stories of his battles, his magic horn. Oh, grandmother told me the horn's note drove minotaurs mad with fear and rage. But sometimes the horn called minotaurs to battle even when no one sounded it. Maybe the minotaurs are here because of the Horn of Magnificence. Oh, I wondered about that too. House Vero mostly died out long ago, but they were certainly real enough. We can trace a relationship to Phaelivon's line on my mother's side. There is truth to my grandmother's tales. I'm certain of it.
I love how she's in full-out battle right now.
No. No one outside my family remembers Phaelivon. Almost all of the histories that record
Her
her
hand
have
with the
been lost.
staff. Oh
Even
my
this
god.
mausoleum vanished. But now I'm close to the proof that Phaelivon...
That was a quick study. Something. Getting flustered.
Did you hear that? Phalavon's horn!
The fight metal. You swit! I met you.
I'm sure I heard the horn in this chamber. But who sounded it? Phaelon's horn! Just as the stories described it. Did this goblin sound the note we heard? It looks like we can get out through here, if you don't mind getting a little wet. Finally, proof of Phaelon's legend. I'll be the talk of Gideon once I bring these trophies home. And yet, I wonder... I want to take them back to Gideon and prove, once and for all, that my family's story is true. Fame, fortune, festivities await. But if these relics, especially the Horn of Magnificence... You're right, Phaelon's magnificence deserves to be remembered far and wide. I'll take these historical relics to Gideon and prove the truth of my family's... We may be bruised, battered, and wet, but these relics tell a magnificent story. Without your help, I'd never have learned about the fate of Phaelon and the Horn. Thank you. Oh, I shouldn't forget your pay. Visit me in Gideon sometime. I hope to see you again sometime. Although I must confess, now that I've finally found evidence supporting the legend of Phaelon, I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to do next. Don't worry about me. I shall set out at once, and I shall neither fear, fret, nor flinch from any dangers on my road. After all, I share the bloodline of a great hero. A few generations removed, anyway.
I knew if I waited here long enough I'd find you. It's you. It's actually you. My friend said you were a story, a myth, but here you are. It is you, right? The hero of Tamriel? The slayer from the legends. It has... Can you help me? A famed warrior is asking if I need help. This is what I've always dreamed of. I, don't have any dangerous things going on right now, but I'm sure I could find myself some trouble to get into if you'd want. No, it's all right. Listen, what would you rather fight? A pack of lions? Perhaps a vicious troll? I'm sure I could find one nearby. Oh, it should be more than one. Let's give the bards a good song. How does a dozen trolls sound? Ha! My friends are going to be so jealous. Oh, the fabled hero, come to rescue little old me from a vicious band of trolls. I can't wait! This is going to be great. Just wait until I tell all my friends back in Bravo.
Ah, Giant One! The Duke of Crows requests your help. A foolish mage wishes to open a connection to the Evergloam to join his featherless cult to our mistress Nocturnal. Bah! I speak to you through the magic of this place, but neither I nor the cult. Come with me inside and free us from the cult's clutches. Though I am very mighty, it is not within my power to save myself or my court. I need your assistance. The Blackfeather Court will I shall inflict my vengeance on these cultists through you, Crow friend. Such impropriety must be punished. Once the court is freed, we will feast on the squishy eyes of these peasants. Come, come! We must hurry! Foolish! Witless! They wish to reach the Lady of Shadows and call her attention to this place of mud and dirt. Fair! Nocturnal, our mighty mistress. We are forever into... The Duke of Crows is the very definition of feathery cleverness. I use their own shine. The others are inside. I will show you. foul cultists gather here. Fight! Win! For the court! See now, the great shinies that tricked the court into this miserable place. You have a name for these terrible things. Featherless schemes. Nothing of the sort exists in the Evergloam. My regal beak belongs on no... Of course, I, the Duke, know that now. I am quite clever, but I did not realize until I was already bewitched. The court is ensnared by these. Yes, crow friend! Smash them to bits! A fine plan. Those featherless cultists will rue the day they tried to control the blood for the court. Rue...
Moving!
Destroy the Mirror of Lies!
Who is that sleek crow? Spy?
Fly! Fly! Still more remain. Let us be swift. More of the Black Feather Court is... Smash the mirror, crow friend! Take wing, my knights! Turn your keen eyes from the shinies! There! Members of the court, break the mirror and free them! How lovely! How far? Crow friend! The Duke wishes to speak with you! The tricky shinies have been destroyed! But one remains. It stands in the room where those peasant cultists attempt to open their gate. A few members of the court are still trapped there. The cultists drain my court's immense power while we are paralyzed. If my... Smash! Smash! Destroy the mirror and my vassals will be free! No longer will we be cowed and bound to these featherless masters. These fools will feel the sharpness of our...
Big family, you have to know how to scrap. Coming for us. Whew, that was a bit of a warm-up.
magnificence! Free us, crow friend! Free us! Victory! Triumph! Let us speak outside, my beakless warrior!
Darkness and shadows will claim
Alright,
you.
don't cry for mommy.
I was beginning to grow bored.
I'll bleed you dry.
Talk about fucking extra.
Join us, crow friend. Behold, the Black Feather Court is free. Thank you, crow friend. You have done exceptionally well. You may have eyes of jelly, but your heart is as strong. Yes, yes. Thanks to you, crow friend. It is a triumphant day for the Black Feather Court. I found a shiny in this place, but I no longer trust it. It must be gone. The Black Feather Court will not forget this insult. The mistress does not want her favored servants used like puppets. If we see any more cultists, we will peck them to ribbons and feast on their eyes. Feast! I can tell you for sure that we will not fall for the same tricks again. We are too wise for them. Wherever the wind takes us, crow friend. Oh, after this harrowing experience, we may return to Crow's Wood. I long for the same to you, my knight without feathers. The Black Feather Court is much richer indeed to count you as a crow friend. Your loyalty...
Change of plans?
Let the cat fight those monsters! I'm getting out of here! The island sprung a leak. Run! First, the Queen issues a decree that changes the status of Somerset from an isolated paradise into a tourist attraction. Now monsters, sea creatures. Suddenly the ground opened, spewing water and strange creatures. They attacked us. Luckily.
My friend, Raz is happy to see you, but surprised you didn't help me with these creatures. Not that Raz needed any help. You must tell me what brought you to Somerset. after you agreed to assist Raz with his usual cloak and dagger. Ominous. No more than usual, my friend. But there's work for the Queen's Eye, and this one could use an extra blade if you're willing. Queen Irene issued a decree to open the borders of Somerset, and that's what Raz said. But rumors reached the Queen. So this one made the journey and was immediately attacked by strange creatures. Raz doesn't think the two are related. While you ask questions around the city, Raz can take care of some other business. It may or may not involve scratching and clawing. As a matter of fact, Raz made a list. Old Newell, a high elf artisan, spoke out. See what she complained about. Then there's Soxolza, a persecuted Argonian newcomer. Finally, Ranul, a city resident.
Off we go. Go find your own patch of beach. Not that you'd understand it. Perfection requires constant vigilance, so back to it. I was tired of walking anyway.
You'd think I'd resent.
Off we go.
Next time I'm in the field, I think I'll bring a great warhammer.
am desperate.
Oh, my Somerset.
This is unheard of. Why have you closed the monastery?
Such anger. Raz never expected to hear such words from the Queen's loyal subjects. The sentiment isn't universal, but enough feel this way for Raz to be concerned. Sequestered? Just a different word for imprisoned, yes. Ranul's cousin just arrived, but O'Newell's assistant has lived on Somerset since long before the Queen ever issued her decree. What about the list? Why would the Aldar gather up newcomers and non-High Elf residents alike and send them to the monastery? Does the King Lady condone this behavior? Raz's head itches, and not in a good way. Raz admires your enthusiasm, but this one needs you to enter the monastery on your own. Raz has other fish to catch. This one will help you get past the sentry, though.
Let's ride!
You there?
Mara,
I have a...
help me.
Damn it, why
Mara,
won't this
help
work?
me find my son.
Did you see a golden knight?
I have no idea what that was, and I'm not sure I want to know.
Sentry! Raz owes you for that game of cards, and has come to pay.
Well, I don't recall any... You say I won some gold?
Don't you remember? Raz always pays his debts, and he always buys the drinks.